Receivers and elite QBs from Brady to Vic, Matt Ryan, just to name a few. These days, he's Director of Strategic Partnerships at Tech from Vets, here to talk apps, stats, and so much more. Let's say good morning football to former cornerback Drayton Florence. How you doing, sir?
Doing great, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Of course, man.
I've never felt more like there might be some one-on-ones after the commercial between you two.
Well, listen, we had some battles, and that kind of leads me to my first question. When you kind of look back on that footage and you look back on the playing days, what do you miss about the competition? What do you miss about the game?
Man, it's so hard to find that competition, after the ball went flat and you're out in the business world. Just competing with the guys day in and day out. For me, the preparation during the week, figuring out what the offensive coordinator is going to call on third and short, third and long was the part of the game that I took pride in. That really prepared me to do well on Sunday. So the preparation, the chess match, was the part of the game that I enjoyed the most and the part that I missed the most.
The mind games.
Exactly.
You're talking about the mind games. I mean, you're trying to take the more cerebral route, but you was a trash talker too.
Was he?
I mean, what?
Such a gentleman right here.
He's trying to be a gentleman. See, you got the suit on. Don't let the suit fool you.
With the switch.
Listen, we had these battles when we played San Diego, and then we became teammates. And it's funny because there's a mutual respect. You walk in the locker room, you dap each other up, you do the bro hug, but then you're kind of looking in each other's eyes like, when we get on that field, all this is out the door, baby.
Right.
And I remember when he walked in, I knew automatically, here's another vet. He's going to bring a different element. And you're talking about that mindset, and now you got to take that into the corporate world.
Exactly. The competition never stops. Outworking the competition, and that's one of the things I pride myself on.
Yeah.
So making that transition from the field to the corporate world was easy for me because I prepared for it. A lot of guys don't, get the time or, play in the league as long as I did, as well as you, to kind of make that transition a little bit easier. So, it's been a great 3 years without, taking on those pulling guards, having to come up and, close that edge on the, 250-pound running back. So I'm not missing the physicalities of it, but I'm enjoying every day of, being a retired player.
Yeah.
We just got done with this NFL season where all season long it was Cowboys, Cowboys, Cowboys. They go to divisional round, they've got a home playoff game against the Packers, and they lose, and the season's over. And then it's, remember those 2016 Dallas Cowboys? It's kind of an afterthought to what the Patriots did. I look back to the 2006 San Diego Chargers team you were on that went 14-2, #1 seed in the playoffs. Bill Belichick and the Patriots come into your building and beat you guys. Now we're 10 years removed. We never really hear about the 06 Chargers as like one of the great teams of all time. Take us back 10 years. The 06 Chargers, what do you remember? What don't we know about them? And kind of 10 years later, what's your thoughts on that squad?
Well, it's interesting that you bring that up because, that was probably one of the best teams that I've been a part of in all of my sports career. Being able to play with LaDainian Tomlinson, first ballot Hall of Famer. Our defense ranked #1 throughout the whole season. I don't think a team ran for 100 yards on us the whole year. But there was a lot of tension between the front office, the players, and the coaching staff as well that we really didn't know about.
Dude, A.J. Smith, the general manager, and Marty Schottenheimer, who was fired after a 14-2
That's what gets talked about
season.
About that team.
But what about the players? You guys knew that was going on?
Well, we kind of caught wind of it later during the season when, there were some moves being made, by the GM that coaches weren't aware of. After you have a successful season and the coach doesn't get a raise or an extension, but he gets fired, that's when things